Yo, what is up, my dudes? It's DevinePlayz, and welcome back to another episode of Angel Wings. So, I ran into some technical difficulties, and I got a little bit through the beach part, and then my PC decided to crash on me, so I lost that footage. So I had to spend the next 30 minutes. I think it's been about 30 minutes just to get back to here. Just to get back to here to redo it all. But I do want to thank the developers for the skip option. Oh my gosh, that saved me so much time. I'll be dead honest, if it wasn't for that skip button, I probably would have been here sitting another hour or so trying to get back to day 21. But anyways, yeah, we're back, and let's just go ahead and get started. Ready to get started with today's lesson? As ready as usual, which is not very. Yujong pats the space on the bench next to her, beckoning me to sit. I move a little closer to get a better view of the music sheets. She doesn't move to create space like usual. Do you have a gym membership? Okay, so here, I made the joke that, she's saying that I'm fat. I'm fat. I know I am, Yujong, but man, these jokes, they don't feel the same anymore as I originally did. Why? Oh, it's nothing. I was just curious if you work out at all. Made the joke again. Because I'm fat. I think my lack of fitness is apparent to her. Ouch. Yes. There's only a few more days to prepare for the duet. We wouldn't want you to fail your first semester. Especially since you forfeited your music theory grade. That stuff was awful and you know it. It's good fundamental knowledge. It is good fundamental knowledge. I'll learn in other ways, right? Yeah, well... Let's get started, shall we? 1, 2, 3. Despite my practice alone, playing with another person feels like an entirely new and bizarre experience. I'm lost and unable to keep up with Yujong's pace, nervously tripping over the keys like I just started all over again. I'm sure she's playing at the right pace, but it's definitely too quick for me. Constant dissonance emanates as the piano whines in protest. Suddenly, I can hear my own keys. The music has slowed and Yujong's accompaniment has quieted. I briefly look over at her. She's watching my fingers, clearly noticing my struggle. She slowed her own pace as well as playing softly so I can hear my parts. My goodness. Effortlessly, she continues to play on without even reading the music, focusing solely on my hands and adjusting her speed to match mine. I feel a little like a child having his hand held, but maybe that's what I need. Frustrated but finally finished, we managed to make it all the way through the piece. So how was it? I have a lot of work to do. We'll be fine. You said there's only 2 days to go. I have faith in you. She smiles. I'd remark that she's just saying that to make me feel better. But I don't know if Yujong is even capable of lying. Her words drip with sincerity at every turn. I'll stay late and work on it. You don't have to do that, Devin. I don't want to let you down. I need a lot of practice. She laughs. Just go, Devin. That's an order from your teacher. Fine. It's all muscle memory. Rest up and come back next time. Thanks, Yujong.
Today we'll have free work time again. Tomorrow we'll have a lecture. Well, once I find my notes, they're somewhere around here.
I feel like I haven't been in this classroom in a long time. Doesn't look like I've missed much, though. Idle chatter fills the room as the teacher slinks to his desk. To his death. Freak. Not death. Desk. Among the cliques of students sharing photos on their phones, Hyori sits alone in her usual spot, grinding away at another sketch. Hey, Hyori. Her head perks up at the sound of my voice. Oh, hello, Devin. What a pleasant surprise. It's been quite a while. How are your studies going? Oh, they're... Come on, loser. Much to my bewilderment, Chang pops out of nowhere and grabs my arm. She starts to walk away, dragging me along with her. Why? Somebody jelly? Hi. Hyori giggles and waves goodbye to me as Chang pulls me out of the room. Why are you so much stronger than you look? So, what's on the agenda for today? I don't feel like drawing today. Let's go somewhere else. You don't want to draw? That's like your thing, though. I don't want to do it today. What do you even do other than draw? Stop asking so many questions. Fine. What are we going to do then? Chang is either deep in thought or trying to avoid further questioning by pretending. She begins to stroll away, this time without dragging me along with her. I could follow along, or I'd just go home. It'd be weird to just go home. It's like, hey, I'm gonna drag you out. Hey, where are we going? I don't know. I'm gonna walk this way. Alright, deuces. Follow. I jog to catch up to her. I want an Americano. What? You heard me. Let's get coffee. Is there only one coffee shop in this entire city? We sit in relative silence, Chang nonchalantly sipping her coffee while staring at the passerby outside. The soft lighting, smooth jazz, and sweet aroma of coffee beans creates an atmosphere that is certainly more relaxing than the dumpster. Chang pulls her sketchbook out and begins to scribble away. Thought you didn't want to draw today. Yeah, I lied. I'm a liar, and you shouldn't be around me. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Time to go. Chang's pencil briefly stops moving. Clearly, I've gotten her attention. Did I make you worry for a second? As if. I sit back down as Chang flashes an unamused glare in my direction. Despite what most would consider to be an awkwardly quiet moment, it feels comforting being with Chang. I think she secretly enjoys the company, even if she doesn't like to talk much. Against my better judgment, I figure now is an opportune moment to learn more about Chang after my last attempt fell on his face. Hey Chang. What? What drew you to art? I don't know. I just picked up a pencil one day and never stopped, I guess. Would you want to be a full-time artist? I guess. That would be decent, I suppose. Better than staring out the window at an office job. That sounds like hey dong. I didn't make that connection before when I was going through it earlier. What do you like drawing most? Comics. You should know this by now. Specifically subjects within that realm. People, characters, things in motion, I guess. Why is that? There are a lot of possibilities. Feels like you could draw anything if you practiced hard enough. She definitely does her fair share of practice. Imagination is important, and my daily life is so dull I need that imagination to keep me going, or else I'm going to fall into a coma during art class. Okay, I would ask, do you have family around? But from what I've read up on, Chang doesn't necessarily like to talk about her family, so I'm gonna go nothing. Chang seems, just from what I've read, it seems like Chang's got some family issues. To my surprise, Chang hasn't yelled at or dismissed me at all. I say it a lot, but I think maybe she's finally warming up to me. Nah, not even. Or maybe she's just too absorbed in her drawing to care. She appears to be creating quick sketches of some of the people that are passing by. Do you ever wonder about the people passing by out there? What do you mean? I wonder what's going through their heads. What their thoughts are like, I guess. No. I don't think about it. They're all just strangers to me. I mean, yeah. Stranger danger. I think this is the longest case. Okay, this is old stuff. Before even arriving at the classroom, I can already hear Y's enthusiastic drum routine from down the hall, sounding like Phil Collins in there. At this point, I believe that it's useless to try and practice on my off days while Y is in the room, or in the next room. I'd normally be a bit more frustrated, but with how hard and often Y is practicing, I can't even be mad. I mean, I could, but what good would that do me? Observing Y as she drums, she bounces emphatically with every strike of the drums, bobbing her head to the beat without ever losing a step. She really looks like she's having a lot of fun, completely different from her usual demeanor. She runs her fingers through her hair, combing it back after finishing an especially challenging drum set. Her forehead glistens with sweat as she looks out the practice room window at me. She timidly attempts a smile as she makes eye contact with me. This is new. It looks like she's physically unaccustomed to smiling. She delicately sets her drumsticks aside and comes outside, leaning on the door as it closes with a soft thud. Hi, Devin. Hard at work again? I'm actually trying to spend less time practicing. No more 12-hour days. Really? I'm impressed. Oh, part of the reason I came here was to ask you something. She perks up and looks at me, expecting me to continue. Are you free tomorrow? Why? Any other person would likely take her response as defensive or skeptical, but I don't feel that sort of energy from Y, even when she's short with her words. Kay said she wanted to get everyone together and do something fun. Do you talk to her often? She gazes down the hallway, momentarily lost in thought. Not often. I'm usually out of the house. I guess I knew that. I'll think about it. Thanks for considering me. She turns back towards her practice room and pulls on the door handle, looking back at me once more before heading inside. Nudi's not here today. Oh, okay. This is when Nudie is hanging out with Z. Alright, go home. Go home! Day 23. I'm awoken by the sound of chatter outside my room, as if... Oh! Rubber ducky! Not rubber ducky, but a giant ducky. Check the time on my phone. It's early, 7:30. What could be going on out there? Ducky! I'm suddenly tackled to the ground by what appears to be a massive inflatable duck. You guys have to watch where you're going with that thing. Dazed and confused, I sit back up, my gaze settling on what looks to be pool noodles and other inflatables scattered about the kitchen floor. Can you guys let the air out of that thing? It's never going to fit in the car otherwise. Kay turns to me after pushing the gigantic yellow home invader out of view. Well, good morning, sleepyhead. Good to see you're finally awake. What is that thing? Oh, I'm not sure whose it is, but it seems like it'd be fun to bring with. We're going to the pool? Even better. We're going to the beach. While I'm still new to the city, I certainly don't remember there being any major coastline around here. I hope you don't mean that little beach next to the lake. No, silly, we're going to the ocean. Besides, I think you'd get some sort of gross bacterial infection if you went into that lake. She shudders before regaining her train of thought. Anyway, it's about an hour or two away from here. It's beautiful. You'll love it. That said, hurry up and get ready so we can head out. Okay. Kay laughs and shakes her head. Anyway, I'm going to go find Chang. She's probably hiding in her room, trying to pretend she's not home. Kay calls out from down the hall. Devin, can you make sure Y comes out of her room? If someone doesn't get her, she might just stare out the window all day. Okay. Yawning and rubbing my eyes, I guess I should really get dressed. I look around the room for someone else to grab the door. Okay, yep, that's old. Hi, Devin. I rub my eyes again because I am clearly still dreaming. Yujong? What are you doing here? The professor told me to come here. The music professor? My brain is instantly struck by thoughts of goofy smiles and oversized glasses. Yeah, I don't know why, but I didn't question it. Although, in my head, I wondered why she was sending me to my student's house. Why would she? Morning! Yuri pops out from behind Yujong, bouncing around her in excitement. I'm excited to see the beach. I'm so tired of being stuck at school every day. You know, it's been so long since I've been to the beach. Like, I can't even remember the last time I was actually at a beach. Like, I've only gone to the beach like maybe once or twice in my life, I think. And I can't remember. I don't really go out to the beach. Not because I don't want to, but mainly because I got nobody to go with and I've never made plans to go. So, yeah, anyways. While I'm somehow already used to Yuri's enthusiasm, I'm much more unsure about extracurricular activity with Yujong. Don't be another solo, that's all I gotta say. To this point, we've only ever had a student-teacher relationship. It's going to be a little strange since I'm used to treating her so formally. I don't mean to be rude, but how did you guys end up here? Oh, I invited them. I hear Kay's voice as she descends the front stairs. You what? I heard these were your two music teachers. I invited them along as a show of gratitude for, putting up with you. I've heard they've done quite a good job. Maybe I should buy a piano so I could hear you play someday. Yujong and Yuri chuckle politely. What a way to be introduced. Devin, are you dressed yet? Hearing Kay's distant call reminds me that I'm still wearing my sleeping clothes. I should probably go back to my room. Upon ascending the stairs to the main floor, I find Chang hunched over the kitchen counter, oversized sunglasses dwarfing her facial features. Whoops. I'm surprised you're coming with. She gurgles like a dying lizard. I guess I need vitamin D. And we're supposed to draw some landscape for class. I think I can draw the beach. That should keep Professor Frood off my case for a few days. He does kind of look like Frood, doesn't he? I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is. Kay walks back into the kitchen, looking around for the others. Chang, where's your friend? You think I have friends? The one from school, in your art class? Chang makes an expression like she's about to projectile vomit onto Kay's face, visible even with her chunky glasses on. Sunglasses. Hyori? She's not my friend. Why would I ever ask her? Oh, yeah, you see, the thing is, I already invited her. What's with that suspicious laugh? Well, you see, I invited her. Chang's mouth falls agape as her sunglasses fall off her face and clatter onto the floor. You did what? I know people from the school, remember? I wanted to make sure your friends came along too. When I called the professor, the only names he remembered were yours and Hyori's. Star pupils, he called you two. Isn't that special? Anyway, she should be here any moment now. Be nice. What the? How? You're not my mom! Chang buries her face in her hands in anguish, screaming into her sweater sleeves. Isn't she precious? Finally, having rounded up the girls, Kay takes one last look inside to make sure we didn't forget anything. I think we should get going before the traffic gets bad. I'll pull out the car. Getting a head count, it seems like this is too many people for a single car. My head turns towards the sound of burning rubber as a purple car slides around a nearby corner and stops on a dime outside the house. So, in my first playthrough, this was Sola. Who in the world? A single stiletto heel hits the ground as a long-legged woman steps out of the car, wearing a sultry swim jacket and designer sunglasses. She has orange hair, tall-like. It couldn't be. She removes her sunglasses to reveal her face. Morning, class. I look and see Yujong and Yuri's mouths both agape in astonishment, in addition to my own. The odd smiley lady who wears old people's glasses and oversized 80s clothing is now downright trendy and fierce. Yujong, Yuri, Devin. The two of them bow in respect. I figure I should do the same. I hope you're not just tantalizing me with a good time in hopes of getting extra credit. Although, I suppose most of you don't need it. Devin, how's the music theory going? Oh, it's going. In the trash. I'm still too shocked to even reply. Okay, it's been so long. Hi, sorry, indeed. It's been far too long. Come to think of it, I never even knew the music teacher's name until now. What is even happening here? Sori and I were in the same trainee class. We even performed together a few times. Performed? Trainee? Wait, explain. Yeah, explain. Well, that's a story for another time. So, I actually do know what they're talking about. Because if you play through Jay's story, you do find out a little bit about Kay's trainee days, I think. So I do kind of know about it already. But I want to know now. Oh, Jeeves! Chang, do you want to ride with me? Despite wearing sunglasses, I can somehow tell that Chang just rolled her eyes. Yeah, I guess. She steps towards the car, moments before a sweet voice calls out to us. Oh, hello everyone. We turn to see none other than Chang's best friend walking towards us. Oh, morning, Hyori. She smiles warmly. I'm glad I found the right house, and just in time too. Chang grits her teeth and crosses her arms like a rebellious teenager. I guess that's basically what she is. Well, this car is full, so you might as well go in another one. That works for me. Devin, shall we? Chang's face turns beet red as she stammers. You know, on second thought, Hyori, you should go with Kay. Somebody getting jealous. I don't know why. I'll be taking my students with me. That car looks kind of dangerous. Are you going to go really fast? Is there any other way? I'm excited. Looking at the cars around me, I suddenly feel a presence standing next to me. What the? Don't sneak up on me like that. Oh, sorry. I thought you were a ghost. Are you coming along? I guess. The vitamin D is probably good for me. Didn't Chang just say that? Never mind. I noticed she's carrying a bottle of SPF 100 sunscreen and nothing else. I've learned to stop asking questions at this point. Looks like I have my pick of the litter. Who should I go with? Okay, so I'm gonna go K's car, cause K has Chang and Y. So yeah. I would love to go with Nudie again, but I already did that, so I'm sorry. My best friend. I figure I should stick with our gracious host. I'll go with K. Sit in the front. I don't want to be too close to you. Sure. Why, you're coming with us, right? Okay. Alright, let's get going. After nearly crashing into a telephone pole, Kay manages to back out of the driveway onto the main road. You're gonna give me a heart attack. It's fine, we'll be fine. Driving like this isn't so bad when it's all highway. It's almost relaxing. Indeed, Kay's driving isn't as erratic as I had feared. For someone who just learned how to drive, she's actually doing pretty well. She seems to be providing most of the entertainment though, as Chang and Y sit silently in the back seat. Chang in particular seems especially absorbed, sketching away with her earbuds in. Y stares out the window longingly like the main character of an anime. Kay seems to notice the same, as she peers curiously into the rear view mirror. Chang's always keeping to herself. Sometimes I wish there were more I could do to get her out of her shell. Branch out more, Would you rather I drink like a sailor and bring boys home? Oh, throwing shots at Jay. Despite not seeming like she was listening, Chang is snappy as usual. Well, no, that's not good either. How about you, Kay? Tell us about the branching out you did when you were younger. That's not important, right? Surely you have other things to discuss. Dodging the question only means you have interesting stories to tell. Sensing that Kay doesn't want to answer the question, I consider interjecting to change the subject. On the other hand, I am a little curious. Let it go. I maintain my silence, gazing out the window at the blue sky. Well, she taps her fingers on the steering wheel. I guess when I think about it, I haven't really done too much interesting. Always more occupied with work or other things. Lame. How about you, Y? Have you ever done anything fun? Go on any dates? Y continues to stare blankly out the window. We must have forgotten to charge her battery before the trip. Anyway, we're not far now. We just have a few more minutes and we'll be there. Where are we going exactly? The company has a little beach house that I'm renting out for the night. It's not much, but it'll do. There's enough room for everyone. A company beach house? Owned by the dingy little phone shop that still has decade-old hardware? Stepping out of the car, I'm struck by the little beach house that looks more like it belongs to a wealthy business tycoon. This can't seriously be it, can it? I'm a woman with many connections. You can share a room with someone, you're free to do so. Who would willingly share a room with this loser? Okay. If she's talking to me, what's the problem here? Okay. Sori has already made her way inside as if she owns the house, likely owing to her familiarity with Kay. Yujong and Yuri seem afraid to enter without permission. Thank you for having us. We're very grateful. Don't be silly, you two. Go right ahead. Devin, why don't you join them too? Alright. Well, what are we waiting for? Time to hit the beach. Under the breathtaking blue sky and perfect warm weather, life simply couldn't get any better than this. The palm trees dance with the summer breeze, the sun hanging high overhead. Okay, that's old stuff. Who should I spend my time with? Okay, I have to. She has to be first. On my way to Nudie, I noticed, okay, I mean, I'm gonna end up skipping all this anyways, but still, I have to. Chang. Let's go Chang next. Gazing into the distance, I spot Chang hiding under a palm tree, sketchbook in hand. Hyori seems to be wandering around the coastline, snapping pictures on her massive professional camera. Hyori seems to be closer, so I make my way to her. Making some memories. I just love the scenery here, don't you? I want to make sure I remember every moment. Who knows, I might even use the pictures for artistic reference. How did you end up dragged into this mess in the first place? Oh, that's a good question. The professor just asked me the other day to make friends with Chang. And you accepted? I didn't think you guys would get along. Oh, well, when the teacher asks you to do something, you just do it. I wouldn't expect any less. Besides, I couldn't say no to the opportunity to enjoy such a lovely view. I hope it's not weird for you, not knowing everyone. Oh, well, it crossed my mind. I thought Chang might just leave me on the side of the road. But you know, once I found out you were coming along too, my mind was at ease. An unexpected feeling of warmth washes over me upon hearing those words. Are you guys gonna talk? You and Chang, that is. Of course. In a city like New Elvis, friends are hard to come by. Even if they are bad apples like Chang. She giggles to herself before snapping more photos. I'll make my way over to her eventually. I know she enjoys her alone time, and besides, I want to explore a little more while I have the chance. Turning my gaze to the far rock, Chang is still sitting under the same palm tree. Should I go see her? Yeah, let's go to her. Slowly making my way to the tree, Chang seems fully focused on her sketching as usual. The sea breeze is a little better than the dumpster, isn't it? I didn't realize she even noticed me. Perhaps I didn't give her enough credit. Yeah, just a little. Could use a break from that dreary art studio. You mean you don't like the smell of paints and the probable ensuing cancer? That is really dark, dude. You should expect nothing less from me. Fair point. I'm surprised you came along, though. I like the ocean. Me too! I was under the impression that you didn't like anything. That's not far from the truth, but I'm probably not as awful as you think I am. Besides, who doesn't love blue skies and the summer breeze? After making some finishing touches on her work, she tosses her sketchbook into the sand. I'm gonna go join the others. You coming? Really? Why? Gazing along the serene coastline, I see Wise sitting alone near the water. Unperturbed by my approach, she remains perfectly still, chin resting on her palm. Hey. I sit in the sand, staring out at the horizon alongside her. Did you wear your sunscreen? Yeah. You're blindingly pale. You could probably use the tan. I wear too many hoodies. But the breeze is nice, and sometimes I like the sun. So you're not a robot after all. You just seem like one. She tilts her head slightly and looks down at the tide, gently rolling along the shore. Do you like the beach, Devin? Yeah. Considering I may or may not have been to one at least once in my life. It's nice, relaxing. I see. Do you want to join the others? She lets out a gentle sigh. Come on, let's go. I gently tug her by the wrist as she reluctantly stands up and follows. Who should I spend my time with? Yujong and Yuri. Yujong strolls down the beach, watching Yuri splash around in the water. I'm trying to keep my cool around Yujong, but it's not very easy in this setting. What's wrong, Devin? You're sweating.
Nothing. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. You know, it's just the sun. You know, the sun's just beaming down on me. You know, all these sweat. You know, making my sweat glands work.
Isn't this nice? It feels like forever since I've been to the beach. When was the last time? Oh, a decade ago probably. I was born in a city near the coast, but I never made the time to go. We've always been so busy with school. She gazes at Yuri, playing around in the water, as if watching her daughter experience the beach for the first time. It looks like Yuri feels the same. On the bright side, the sun and the sand will help me forget about finals a little bit. Don't you have perfect grades anyways? She laughs. Well, maybe, but I think I'm just a chronic worrywart. Knowing that our professor is within arm's reach having fun with us certainly puts me at ease. Not every day you see that, for sure. Where is she anyway? Yuri cries out to us from the shallow water. She's been drinking since we got here. Nice. She points inland where Sori appears to be tanning on a beach chair, sunglasses on, soju bottle in hand. It looks like she also has a cooler full of beverages next to her. I feel weird about seeing my music teacher in a bikini like this. I never even thought of her that way before today, but she's pretty cool. Devin? Huh? What? You look like you were stuck in a trance or something for a minute there.
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Thanks. I don't want to take up all your time. You should go hang out with the others too. Oh, I guess so. Well, I'm happy you came, Yujong. She smiles warmly as I run back to the others. Who should I spend my time with? Alright, Kay. What's up? Who should I spend my time with? Nobody. Yeah, Kay's talk was the same thing. Her dialogue was the same. Turning back towards the beach house, it looks like the rest of the girls are congregating near Kay's large beach umbrella. I walk over to see what's going on. Let's see, I have strawberry, peach, grapefruit. Kay likes plums, so here's one for her. Does she have a crate of fruit or something? Sori reaches into a cooler and hands Kay a dark green bottle with a red cap. Never mind, it's just booze. How much alcohol have you consumed today? Oh, I've never had this flavor before. Where do you get all these? Or where do you get all these? I buy crates of them wholesale. She proclaims this fact very proudly, each word slightly slurred as she subtly sways from side to side. Elise trots over to the party, hand in hand with Nudie. What's going on over here? Some beverages? Are you two even old enough to drink? Yes, but... Of course! I usually drink champagne, but I indulge once every so often. The two of them peer into the cooler and ponder their options. Doesn't this remind you of the old days, when we'd get together and drink after a tough practice? Falling asleep in a dressing room because we only got 3 hours of sleep? Not fun. How do you two know each other anyway? Oh, we were training to be singers or something like that anyway. Sori was a great talent. That's why she's a music teacher now. Oh, stop. You were just as good. You just gave up too early. Well, it was certainly fun. I'm too old for that now, though. You're like 25. Kay is seriously older than she looks. But your point stands, Devin. That skincare routine hides everything, doesn't it? Oh, Devin, where's Y? Oh, she was older. I think I saw her playing on the inflatable duck somewhere. Oh, Y know where the fun is at. That's right. I was wondering where that was. Okay. She'll probably be fine. Maybe. Is this considered public intoxication? Is this even legal? I don't know. Maybe. You guys want some? Sure. Yuri, it strikes me that the four of us are technically all students at the same school. A realization I've never made until now. Wait, do you guys know each other? Yujong and Chang exchange quizzical glances as Yuri takes a swig from Chang's bottle. Yuri, stop that. Fine, I'll go play on the duck. Anyway, I think I've seen her around. Hanging out in the back alley, right? And I can recognize that blue dress from a mile away. They share a laugh as it looks like these two acquaintances have officially become friends. But still, isn't it surprising? Kay and Sori are having such a shared past. It just goes to show how little you know about someone. Do you guys have secret lives I don't know about either? Maybe Yujong is hitting up frat parties every weekend. Of course not. That's no way for a good student to behave. I can teach you to be bad. I bet you could, Chang. I bet you could. For a moment, I think I see Chang raise an eyebrow suggestively. I'm scared. What's going on here? Oh, hey, we're drinking in public. Cool. How was the duck? Oh, I saw a wave coming in, so I left. Wave? I suddenly hear a roar of water behind us. Look out! Fun. Kay ruffles a towel over her head with one hand while picking at her bangs with the other, still trying to fix her hair and makeup being splashed by the giant wave. I'm sorry, I didn't know the wave was going to come in like that. I did. Yeah, thanks for the heads up, Y. It's alright, it's not the end of the world. I'm sure some good food will cheer us up, right? I think we've recovered most of the bottles anyway. Why are you still wearing your sunglasses? She grimaces slightly. I don't want any of my students to recognize me if I see them. You're already with 3 of your students. Besides, there's so many people here that nobody would notice. I'm keeping them on. Besides, I always like that song. Sunglasses at Night? Yes, that one. That song is nearly 40 years old already. How old are you anyway? She chuckles sheepishly. Ha! Anyway, if I fall asleep with these on, then I'll be hangover ready. I really hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, I'm going to go see what fun things there are to do around here. It's been too long since I really let loose. I feel like she's gonna get in trouble. We should probably follow her. Right, Yuri? Yuri? Yuri! She's nowhere to be found. I'll go after them myself, I guess. Out of nowhere, Chang suddenly returns to the group, arms full of packaged snacks and mouth full of what looks to be crackers. Cookies? I can't tell. You have to take things out of your mouth before you speak. She drops the cookies back in the package. That's a little gross, but okay. Cookies! But why? They have special ones here. We can't get these at home. Look, this one is green tea flavored. Hiyori walks into view, casually snacking on some of the same. She's right, these are really good. I never get a chance to eat these things. I usually try to stay healthy. Maybe you should stop being such a tryhard. What? Nothing. I swear, I've seen that brand at the supermarket back home. It's different. Alright. Have either of you seen Yuri? Oh, I believe she was back at the vendor. Chang, we should go back and get her. She's already stuffed her mouth with more food. Hiyori sighs and drags Chang away by the wrist. Nuri, dear, let's go find some delicacies. What? What are you looking for? This is a night market, not a champagne social. Surely they'll have something exotic or refined, right? Well, maybe. At the very least, let's take some pictures together, okay? Okay, sure. I can hear Yujong crying out in the distance. You are a professor at a respected university. You are not allowed to do the topless keg. Yujong, I will give you an F, so help me. I think they're gonna need some help. Help? You mean encouragement? Let's go! Elise prances off into the distance. What am I going to do with these people? You and I both, Nudie. You and I both. Nudie scampers off after her. Where do I go? At this point, I don't even wonder anymore. She'll be fine. Yeah, you're right. With everyone else scattered, it looks like Kay and I are the only ones left. Well, I guess I should have expected that. Everyone running off on their own. Just like at home. Everyone has their own eclectic tastes, I suppose. Anyway, I want to find something to eat. Okay, this is going to be old stuff, I think. We sit together on a wooden park bench. Has it been a good vacation, Elise? Yes. We continue to gaze skyward together, no words necessary. The pale moonlight and dim streetlights magnify Kay's already mysterious appearance as I look towards her. She looks back at me as we look into each other's eyes for what feels like an eternity. Her lips move ever so slightly, as if she has something to say but can't quite. Hearing a raucous commotion from the night market, we both hop to attention and look back. No, young man, you are 10 years too early to buy me a drink. Didn't your mother teach you to keep your hands to yourself? Did she just... Professor, you can't just... Hey, that lady looks kind of familiar. Yeah, didn't she used to be an idol or something from EXI? Oh my god. Wait. You are mistaken, that's not me. Is that really who that's supposed to be? Ma'am, is everything alright? I don't have time for this. I stand by helplessly as our entire household sprints away from the market, followed by rabid tourists. Oh boy. Shall we, Devin? I guess so. Where did everyone go? At least the coffee here is good. These people have some nerve serving such drivel at fine wine prices like this. Alright. Nobody got arrested, right? Almost, but thankfully not. We're good girls. Of course we wouldn't. Sori has already passed out, face down on the couch, still wearing her sunglasses. That's going to hurt in the morning. Alrighty, well, I'm heading to bed. Behave yourselves, girls. What about me? I ain't a girl. Half a dozen bags of snacks suddenly fall out of Chang's sweater onto the floor. Oh my gosh. You didn't. I'll give you a bag if you don't tell anyone about this. Okay. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see anything. Caught in the initial awe of this place, I realized that I never chose a room this morning. It looks like Kay put little name cards on each door. That's cute. Everyone gets their own room too. Who should I bunk next to? Oh. Alright, so I did say I wanted to go for Y's ending because she is the secret character. So yeah, Y. I approach the door next to Y's. As I place my hand on the door handle, I hear footsteps behind me. Y passes behind me and towards the stairs. She's already put her hoodie back on. Going somewhere? Outside. You can come. Alright, I guess. Y sits on the wooden steps behind the beach house, staring at her black canvas sneakers. Did you have fun today? I guess. She sighs gently. It was nice to give my fingers a rest. Yeah, they were starting to look kind of messed up, you know? She furrows her brow and tucks her hands into her kangaroo pocket, hiding them from view. I'm kidding, calm down. Did you just pout at me? Like how Nudie would or something? Maybe. You're really learning well, huh? I don't know. That's Nudie's thing you just did. Y cracks a slight smirk and chuckles. It was a good day. I hope we can do it again sometime. I hope so too. I had a really fun time today. I can't remember the last time I was this happy. I hope someday we can do this all over again. Alright. What's going on? I need some water. What's wrong, Devin? You look like you're about to fall asleep. Still in vacation mode, I guess. I can see it in your eyes, don't you know? I turned my head to hide from her judgmental gaze. You're falling in love. What? What are you talking about? Crazy. Alright, Nostradamus. Who am I in love with? Look at me and I'll tell you. I got it. Okay. Did I play this right? It's Y, isn't it? Yes! We played it right. What makes you say that? Nothing gets past me in this house. You should know that. Well, am I right? I don't want to answer that. It'll just be between us. You don't trust me? I'll take that as a yes. So am I right? Yeah, sure. Maybe. I knew it. I could tell the way you were talking yesterday. Oh, shut up. Oh, before I forget. Kay shifts uncomfortably before staring out the window. I guess Nudie moved out. Oh. Oh. That still hurts to see. Oh. Like, after I played through Nudie's story, I went and played through, I think, Jay's story next. Nudie also left during that playthrough, obviously. And I was broke. I was broken. It's just, I don't know. I got no words. What? Yeah, I went up to her room this morning and it was empty. Didn't even leave a note. She smiles, a hint of sadness lurking behind her exuberant expression. It's not the first time it's happened. That's what happens when you run a house like this. People come and go. It's nothing to be concerned about. She paid her rent and everything, so no big deal. But still, I know. You two were getting to know each other. It's not fun, I understand. She was my best friend. Yeah, it'll be fine, I think. Thanks for everything. It's really starting to feel like a happy family here, like you said, even though we just lost a member. One less person won't change that. No, it changes a lot, actually. The sorrow behind her smile disappears. I'm glad you think so. Now run along. Don't be late. Yeah. When Kay looked into my eyes, for a moment it felt like she was staring directly into my heart. What a strange feeling. Yujong and I stayed long after class today in an attempt to perfect our duet. Despite dragging me along and putting up with my complete ineptitude, she's as kind and patient as ever. You've improved a lot, Devin. I think that's enough for today, don't you think? Your experience is helping me along. I just want to get it right, you know? I don't want to make you look bad or anything. You don't need to worry about that. I think the professor will be quite pleased, actually. I checked the time. It's past 7 p.m. already? I'm starving. Do I dare ask Yujong out to dinner with me? Ooh. Okay, walkthrough says don't do it, so, I'm not gonna do it. I decide against it. I don't want to embarrass myself or overstep any boundaries. Well, gotta go now. See ya. Oh, okay. See you later. Oh man, now I feel bad. Seems like you and Devin are getting along well. Why are you running? I'm not. He's not the worst. Because I'm not like the others? Kay had this talk with Nudie during my playthrough, I think. Are you making other friends at school? In your classes? What are you running from? Yeah, sure. I don't need to answer your questions. Oh, are these like Nudie? Not Nudies. Nudie's gone, Devin. Nudie's gone. Are these like Chang's like thoughts? Are you feeling a little more at home yet here? Are you tired? Who is it? Interesting. I haven't seen Y since the other day at the beach. I guess I've been preoccupied with other things, and no doubt she has too. Still, it was certainly a refreshing experience. I feel like I saw a side of Y that I never had before. Specifically, the side of her when she's around other people in a more lively setting. Up until that point, my only image of Y was her hunched over a drum set in an oversized hoodie. Anyway, that's not important. I'll be at the studio today if you need me. Not that you do, but if you do. She has my number? I have her number? When? How? What? Endearingly awkward. Should I go or stay here and practice? Obviously, we're gonna visit Y. I'll go see what she's up to. I mean, she did call me out. Just saying, she called me out. I entered the record studio to the pungent smell of roasted coffee beans filling the air. I find Y slumped over the soundboard with her head in her hands. Half a dozen coffee cups stacked up beside her. How long has she been here anyway? The band appears to be arguing about something past the soundproof glass wall, motioning animatedly but completely inaudible. I walk over to greet her before she lifts her head up and speaks to the band. The high note is coming out flat. Try it again. Y's criticism would likely be considered too blunt if it came from anyone else, but her soft tone of voice makes it seem like a gentle, if robotic, suggestion. Nah, man, if you flat, you gotta do it again. You gotta run that junk again, man. You gotta get it perfect. Though I'm unable to hear the band's performance, I can imagine how things are going from Y's body language as she sinks lower and lower into her chair with each passing riff. She sighs, grabbing her headphones and crossly tossing them onto the table nearby. One more time. She impatiently fidgets with her fingers before grabbing the headphones and listening to one side. You okay? Gaze locked onto the band behind the glass, she responds through gritted teeth. Yeah, hi. How are things sounding? You can listen for yourself. She flicks a switch as the speakers come alive with the band's familiar tunes blaring from the speakers above. It sounds better than before, at least due to the composition, but the performance it might be worse without Y providing the drums. She seems to be expecting feedback from me. What should I tell her? It's an improvement. Thanks. She maintains her laser-like focus on the band. The composition should be ideal at this point thanks to your help. I'm trying to be better. Better at what? You already made the song and drummed better than anyone I know. Better at helping them along. She continues to fidget with her fingers. I really want this to work. The singer screeches into the microphone, falling flat on not only the high notes, but the verses as well. A flicker of anger crosses Y's face as she grits her teeth and furrows her brow. Hey, you know what? You seem like you're busy. I'm gonna head out. I don't want to be here when this ticking time bomb blows off. Jong, have you practiced this at all? We have the same problem week after week. Sounds fine to me. Besides, we can fix everything in post. Y buries her head in her hands as if she's about to cry or scream. At this point, I think that a roster swap might be more beneficial, at least for the sake of Y's mental well-being. Still, I can only admire her resilience at trying to make things work, despite the obstacles in the way. Okay, one more time. That's rough. Are you nervous? Today's the day. The day of the final piano exam. How well can I perform, or how well I can perform today determines whether or not I pass this class. After seeing the professor in a bikini, I'm more nervous that I'm going to be unable to maintain a professional relationship. I think it'll be alright. My hands are shaking and my heart is pounding, but Yujong seems to exude quite confidence in me. You've practiced a lot. I think everything will be fine. Ah, hello you two. I'm excited to see your progress on the duet. And don't think you can get extra credit from me just because we went to the beach together. Although we did have a lot of fun, I think. You don't remember? Anyway, Yujong, your solo evaluation comes first. Yujong gracefully approaches the piano, meticulously adjusting her seat to optimal position. Placing her hands on the keyboard with the precision of a samurai unsheathing a steel blade, she begins to play another complex mechanical piece. At this point, I'm starting to take her greatness for granted, seeing it every day like this. Once finished, she stands up and calmly switches out the music sheets before stepping away. Well, that was pretty good. If I'm being honest, I already graded you before you started playing, so I'm glad that worked out. Anyway, Devin, you're next. Ooh, that's a pretty drawing. I nervously approach the bench. Yujong already settled on her side. The room looks a little brighter today. In fact, I don't remember that window being there at all. Why are the curtains blowing like there's a breeze in here? I'm probably just nervous. Imagining it. Just relax. Everything is going to be fine. I'm glad you have more faith than I do. Have faith in me who has faith in you. Okay. 3, 2, 1, start. As we begin to play, the music seems to flow effortlessly as we move along, working in tandem to produce a pleasant melody. My hands feel like they move on their own, as the notes I've read hundreds of times pass by like mere streetlights on the road. Muscle memory is real, I guess. Oh, that's it. We managed to complete the piece with minimal slip-ups. I'm impressed with myself, if I'm being honest. Well done, you two. This almost makes up for you throwing away the theory textbook. You threw the freaking textbook away? I thought it was just a couple of papers. I'm not good at doing math on the spot, but I think you'll at least pass the class for sure. Congratulations. That's great. She claps excitedly. The other students murmur curiously upon seeing Yujong's reaction. Yujong's cheeks turn a shade of rosy red as she laughs nervously, smiling at me like a proud parent. Despite raising many questions, such as why a final examination would be administered publicly, I simply breathe a sigh of relief that it's over. All that's left is some paper exams and the semester is over. Aren't you excited? A little, I guess. I feel like I've barely been here and it's already almost over. Well, you can always sign up for next semester too, although I'm not sure if I can teach you more than you already know. In any case, we should celebrate the end of the semester somehow. Drinks? Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess I can make an exception to celebrate the end of exams. Alright, next time we meet then. It's a date. Wait, I mean... Whoa! Hey! Anyway, I'll see you later, Devin. Good work today. As she departs, I can hear whispers from the other students in the room. She's a little different lately, isn't she? You think so too? She used to be so serious. Seems like she's lightening up a little. Oh! What's up, Chang? Thinking about stories. How to write stories, I guess. What about them? I don't know how to create one. Or I don't know how to create one. You could ask Nudie. I hear she's a pretty good writer. No, stupid. I want to make it on my own. Seems like you have a pretty good grasp of what people want to see. Backstories, motivations, all that. You definitely understand it better than I do, at least. Not the same. It's like reading a textbook versus trying to build something in the real world. I've done research. Read all the other popular comics by famous artists. Seems like it's all the same, doesn't it? Heroes trying to save the world from evil. What's wrong with that? Feels overdone. Cliche. For being honest, this probably isn't a world worth saving. I'm not motivated to create a save the world story. Could make a slice of life story, like a drama. If I wanted to make something about run-of-the-mill human interaction, I'd just film our everyday life. Ouch, but you have a point. Don't give me that deep like you're pondering the universe. Let me know what you think. Sometimes the hero doesn't have a choice. I think there are times where the hero doesn't want to save the world, but for some reason or another, they're forced to. It just happens that way. Forced into action. Chang's eyes widen for a moment as she begins to frantically scribble into her sketchbook. You're smarter than you look, Devin. You know, everybody's been saying I look dumb. In the process of taking notes, she drops her cigarette. It's unlit, just like all the others. You don't actually smoke, do you? She purses her lips and averts eye contact like a kid caught stealing from the cookie jar before picking up the unlit cigarette and flicking it into the dumpster. You really are smarter than you look. You're home early. Yeah, guess I was efficient today. Want to go for a walk? Oh, so this is the walk with Kay in the forest. I mean, the park. Technically forest, right? Yep, we're at the park. And then we just ask a bunch of random stuff, and yeah, we're good to go. Day 27. Can you come help me with something at the studio? Sure. The rarity of a direct quest from Y leads me to believe this might be urgent. Since I don't have anything to do anyway, I decide to go. Once again, the entire band is present and rehearsing behind the glass, while Y helms the soundboard. Oh, you're here just in time. She gets up from her chair and walks toward the recording booth. I'm gonna go practice. Make sure the red light is on in recording. Her words more curt than usual. I have a feeling today's practice hasn't been entirely smooth so far. I awkwardly attempt to locate the microphone button as Y settles at her drum set. Okay, whenever you're ready. I press the record button, illuminating a bright red light on the console. Looks like we're good to go. Y taps the snare 3 times in rhythm before the band begins the song. Y's energy on the drums adds a sense of flow and vitality to the song, which felt as if it were missing a piece before. Not even 20 seconds in, the rehearsal ends with dissonance as the singer motions for the guitarist to stop. Whoa, dude, is your guitar out of tune or something? It doesn't sound right. It's the same as it's always been. Nah, something's off. Can we take a break and retune it? It's driving me crazy. I can hear Y gritting her teeth as she continues with utter contempt. Trust me, there is nothing wrong with this guitar. I think I know my stuff. I have perfect pitch, perfect pitch, you know. Oh snap, are they about to throw down? Y drops her drumsticks and storms out of the practice room in a huff. Oh. Wait, where are you going? I drop the headphones and follow closely behind as Y brushes past me, her face red with frustration as she leaves the studio. Why? Where are you going? Her fists clenched, she stops in her tracks, silently staring at the ground. This is the most animated I've ever seen her. It looks like she's about to throw a punch at the first person who crosses her. So, with that being said, I'ma go. When you chill, then let's talk. Is there anything I can do for her? So, in reality, I would try to calm her down and then reason with her. But because this is what gets me the good ending. I'm sorry. This is cheating, I know, but I'm sorry. My intuition tells me that Y is the type of person that just wants space when she's upset. I lean back against the stone wall of the studio while allowing her to breathe. Within the span of a minute, her fists slowly unclench and she emits a single drawn-out sigh. Crisis averted. I think I'm going to quit. Quit the band? Yeah. Wow. Do you think that decision would make you happy? I don't think about things like that. You don't think about your own happiness? She says nothing. I mean, music makes you happy, right? I don't know. All I know is the happiest I've ever seen you is when you're letting everything go and playing the drums. At least, the closest I've ever seen you to happy. Like it or not, you have to admit that it means a lot to you. She sighs, staring off at the sun setting in the distance. The world is so vast. What? Before I can even respond, she quickly turns and walks back into the studio. I've decided. You're all fired. Get out. Dang! Dang, just like that? Dang, okay.
Alright.
Oh. Wait, what? You what? The rest of you can stick together if you want, but I'm done. Get out of my studio. Why? This is way too rash. Just think this through for a bit. You two, get out. Oh! Okay. Alright. Eyes wide with anger, her intense expression softens momentarily. I'll be home later. I'll see you there. Okay, well, I mean, at least we kinda cool. Y'all ain't cool. Huh. Freaking deuces, man. Drummers are a dime a dozen. Let's go, boys. The rest of the band members take their leave as I follow steps behind. As I walk out of the studio, I look back at Y, who steps into the recording booth and screams inaudibly. Oh no, don't do that. You're gonna hurt your vocal cords. Kay is unusually quiet as she prepares breakfast this morning. Usually cheerfully humming to herself, I don't hear a sound from her. It's cold today. It's what? Oh, this is old. Today is the last day of spring semester. There's a noticeable energy everywhere I turn, as students excitedly discuss their summer schemes and grandiose plans. Grandiose. Despite the buzz all around campus, I still have some schoolwork to do before I can celebrate. Catch up on art homework? That sounds boring. Let's go out with you, Jung. I'm glad you actually came out today. I said I would, didn't I? I tried to keep my word. Besides, I could definitely use a drink after this semester. Why, are you stressed out? You make it look easy. Well, anyway, what are you drinking? I'll buy the first round. Whoa! Give me some of that soju. Something a little stronger? Soju? Sure. Hopefully they have some of the flavored ones. Cheers! Cheers! I don't want to keep harping on the subject, but I'm still really surprised you actually came out. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad. She chuckles after sipping from her drink. I mean, I'm not as boring as you probably think, you know. I'm just kidding. The more I think about it, most of the students they study hard. They have their own cliques. I've been at this school for 4 years already. It's a little stale. You're sort of like a breath of fresh air. It's more relaxing being around you. I guess I don't know how to respond to that. Maybe I phrased it weirdly. I mean, I appreciate the sentiments. I'm grateful for you too. You're sort of a role model, with your focus and determination, I guess. Sorry, it's not normal for me to say stuff like this either. I guess we're both trying something new, aren't we? In any case, I'm happy with how things are going. I wish things could stay this way. Well, why can't they? We can't stay in school forever, can we? Well, I guess we could, but... yeah, I don't want to be in school for the next 20 years or anything. Only doctors do that. She laughs mirthfully. Alright, next round. I'm buying this time. Sounds good. Okay. Does Jay still work here? The conversation flows freely after a few rounds of drinks. Despite Yujong's reserved exterior, she can be fairly talkative. It's refreshing when compared to her usual professional self. Is my face red? I feel like it's really red. She puts her hand on her cheek, feeling around. You're fine. I feel like you're just saying that. I never took you as one for flattery. Oh, please. Feeling more than a little tipsy, I'm more likely to say something without thinking. I think that's enough drinks for me either way. My body doesn't like alcohol anymore. Yeah, I think I'm good too. Well, should we head out before it gets too late? Why? Are you the type to get up bright and early? She chuckles. A morning person. Do I seem like that type? Absolutely. Good guess. I'm not a morning person. You don't have to walk me home, you know. I can make it back just fine. She stumbles, falling towards me as I catch her in my arms. I'm a mess. Yeah. Well, I guess you did need me to walk you back after all. She giggles, her embarrassment as clear as day. I guess so. She rests her head on my shoulders as we walk along the streets. Street. Crickets chirping. I'm glad you're around, Devin. Because otherwise you'd have fallen on your face just now? No, silly. Surely there are more talented musical minds than my own. Well, that might be true. No offense, of course. I guess you're just unusual, in a way that catches people off guard. Those sound like negative traits. I didn't mean it like that. As we approach Yujong's doorstep once more, I'm reminded of the last time I was here. I was never here. I was never here. She looks extra beautiful tonight. Well, thanks for walking all the way here again. Oh, go for a kiss or really just do it. What? Really just do it. You're not the one I'm going for. I'm sorry. My body is moving on its own, placing my hand on her chin and moving closer and closer. Wait, what? She closes her eyes as I subtly tilt my head, lips moving nearer with each passing sec. Mere inches apart, she pushes me away, diverting her gaze. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Did I make the right decision? I'm sorry. I can't. She quickly runs inside, slamming the door behind her. Did I make the right decision? Did I click on the wrong one by accident? Even though it's supposed to be a warm spring night, I feel a little bit of a chill. Did I make a mistake? Yujong seemed like she was doing just fine on her own. Maybe it wasn't my place to force myself into her life. Yo, for real, did I click the wrong one by accident? Leaf green. That's a little too green for my liking, my taste, but alright. What do you mean she moved out and without saying goodbye? Freak. Is this Chang? It has to be, right? Because Y is the one we're going after, so she wouldn't leave, right? Well, I don't want to say I told you so, but I did. It was tough, right? It was. Chang cared about you. Okay. Woo! I thought I screwed up things. That sounds horrible. Chang cared about you, you know? I know. Another pretty young girl gone from this house. At this rate, it'll just be you and me. You're not helping. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this episode here. We might, not 100% sure. I don't think we are, but we might be able to finish this second playthrough in the next episode or two. So, Nudie has left, Chang has left, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. I would really appreciate that. And if you guys are new here or enjoy my content, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. And this is DevinePlayz, and I'm out. Peace.